Seems to be the biggest challenge. Aston Villa looking to get back to winning ways after no wins in 7 for them in all competitions. It's concerning, and they now face the Chelsea side, who are also looking very confident in attack, a little bit less so in defence.
I think they're getting there. I think they're working that balance out. I think Maresca's done a fantastic job, obviously building on for what Pochettino done, but I think just time with this young squad, building relationships, building that understanding of what each other want, and now we're starting to see that come to fruition, and they could, with a win, they could go outright second in the Premier League.
Looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I mean, and I've said it time and time again, but speaking to him at the start of the season, I mentioned this before, he blew me away, Maresca, just with his detail and how strong-minded he was, and I walked away, I thought, wow. And he's just got 2 players in every position, and they're confident and they're firing. He's getting song and dance out of everyone. They're definitely the ones to watch.
Even the way he made big decisions and got rid of people early on.
Yeah.
Okay, looking forward to that one. But when we come back, we're going to focus on Manchester United. Ruben Amorim's Manchester United career began with that draw at Ipswich, followed by Thursday's Europa League win over Bottom Clint. Amorim's first Premier League home match is against Everton on Sunday.
I'm hoping to win. It's going to be a different match with a lot of fighting, long balls, second balls, a quality coach that understands the league, understands the moment of the opponent. We need to have the ball because we will have a short time to recover. We need to rotate the team, so I'm hopeful for a win.
Well, I think everyone talks about a new manager bounce and all the rest of it, so it's more difficult in that kind of way of thinking, but they've got good players, you know, they've got good players. A new manager to the Premier League, maybe give a different feel to it. I'm sure he's been working with the players and trying to get his thoughts across in the limited sort of time period they've had, with obviously playing last night as well.
Kaz, you've got the 4-1-1 on the new Manchester United manager. I think you were quite impressed with his persona, weren't you?
Yeah, so I was at his first home game, and this will be his first home Premier League game. But yeah, he's charming, he's got charisma, but what I really respected was his honesty. You know, we asked for him, like, how you feeling, because he made some big calls in his Europa League game. He played Malassi, who hadn't played for a year and a half. He played Anthony as a right wing back, and that was, you know, we're thinking, wow, Mason Mount, his only second start. So he said, I was anxious. And like, for a Man United manager to say, you know, I'm a bit anxious because I've only been here a couple of days, and to go and just, I believe in them, but then I've got to go and put them out there. I don't know what to expect. So when we were interviewing him, you're thinking, wow, that's bizarre kind of hearing that. But he was charming, and I think he's everything the fans will love, and I think everyone will really admire him, and yeah, looking forward to seeing what he does in the Premier League.
Yeah, something you mentioned there was asking players perhaps to play in positions that are not really familiar to him. We saw that in the opening match against Ipswich, which we've just shown. Marcus Rashford through the middle, for example, this famous back three with the wing-backs bombing forward. It worked obviously very early on. When you're being asked to change position, and I know he said afterwards, they're still thinking too much. What does it take? How long does it take?
It'll take a while of them to work with him to understand what he actually wants from them, what movement patterns, what patterns of play he wants. But I think it's important to say these lads that he's working with, they're all international footballers.
Of course, yeah.
And they're all very, very talented football players. And they will be able to slip into different positions quite easily. I think after previous seasons, they're maybe just lacking a little bit of belief in themselves, a little bit of confidence. Manchester United is not the most positive place at the minute, so I think just rediscovering themselves as a football club, and that then the rest will flourish from there.
You know, as well, you mentioned you spot on with like belief and confidence, but one big thing he was kind of saying was fitness.
Yeah.
Because his sporting team, they ran, and boy did they run. And for Man United, for the way that he wants to play and the system that he wants to play, they've all got to be fit and available and absolutely up and down, no nonsense. And I think there's, against Ipswich and in the Europa game, you saw where they can get exposed. So for Everton, there are opportunities, but every game is like a school test for him. He knows who's going to be able to do it and who's not, and then you kind of move on and try the next person until he gets that group.
And in all fairness, they are the basics, aren't they? They're the bare minimum. What you expect a footballer to be is fit, athletic, and be able to do it for 90 minutes. And for him to assess that squad and say they weren't quite at that level, oh, it's a bit of a disappointment, really, isn't it? Because, like I say, the talent's there. So once they get fit, once they learn about him, once they can understand what he wants, then I think they'll look good.
Yeah, don't ask me why I remember this, but United ran 102 kilometres over that game. That's the ground they covered. Ipswich, 108 in that encounter. Everton haven't scored in 3 matches now. That's really concerning for them.
But I feel like that has been Everton's kind of story. They've always created opportunities. I've never been fearful of that, but it's just about taking them. But again, from how Man United have played in the 2 games that the new managers come in, you will get chances and definitely get down the sides of their back 3. There's vulnerabilities and they do go player for player. So if Everton can expose that and be quite physical and put the ball in the box, I'm not still quite there with trusting the back line. So there could be opportunities for Everton to get the goals.
Well, Aston Villa, Chelsea vs Aston Villa today. It will be a cracker match. Well, Chelsea is a better position to win that game because Aston Villa having won their match in the last 5 games, if I'm not mistaken. So it will be a very big tax to them. But Chelsea right now, they are in form. One of the best attacking sides in Premier League. I believe that Chelsea has either second or third highest goals scored this season. So I believe that it will be too much for Aston Villa today. So, but let us see how it goes. For my prediction, I will give Chelsea 3-1 win. No matter how good Aston Villa is in defense, I don't think they can handle Chelsea attack. So tomorrow, let us see how it goes. But it will be a good match. It will be a good match. It will be a good match. Especially Chelsea is also advantage. They are at home. Aston Villa is coming to Stamford Bridge. So it will be a very big, tough match. But even Chelsea, they don't have any injury, and except James, they will be pretty well without James. I believe so. Gusto is still considerable injury doubt or something like that, but they have a pretty job. Very, very good squad. Pretty squad. So I don't see Aston Villa getting anything from it. But it will not be easy match. But I still see Chelsea winning the game.